Hey everybody, it's Captain Kyle and I have a new third-party Transformer review. This guy is called Flywheel, but not to be confused with Flywheels, which is the G1 Duocon, which was actually misnamed. It's a long story, but no, this is Flywheel. However, we know him as Tracks, the guy who sounds like a younger Mr. Howell. Very cool Corvette. And we're gonna break this out of its packaging, go through it, and see if it's worth going into your collection. Be right back. All right, so here it is. Very nice box. This is from Mechanics Toys, Mechanics Studios, MechFan Toys. They have so many names. I don't know why, maybe not to get sued, but very nice packaging, very nice artwork. It's MS25 Flywheels. And let's get him out of his plastic prison. And as you can see, it has the plastic packaging cover, and it has a number of accessories. It also has instructions and a little thing in the bag there, which we're going to talk about in a minute. Now, Tracks is actually my favorite Autobot. I don't know why, just maybe because he's a flying car. Kind of gives me flashbacks to Mask. But there he is, as what I am told is a good representation of like a late 70s Corvette, maybe up to 81, something like that. I'm not a car guy, but a car guy told me. Comes with various accessories. It comes with a gun. It comes with this piece, which I believe is for when he's in jet mode, you know, jet car mode. And also the missiles that go on his back in car mode. And he comes with blaster. Now this is a non-transforming mini blaster, though from Dr. Wu I actually have one that may actually work and transform, though doesn't get bigger. But he does have a little blaster with him, which is kind of cool. As far as the car is concerned, I mean, you can see a little bit of gaps because of the transformation. You can see the ball joint in there on the side. So it's not perfect, but overall it's a nice version of the vehicle, and might be something more along the lines of what people wish they got in the Earthrise stuff. As far as rolling, rolls pretty well. He has a nice flame decal on the hood and has this gold spot, which is pretty much where an Autobot symbol or a rub sign would go. So overall, a cool looking Corvette. Rolls well. Looking at it, other than those little points where you can actually see where like accessories might get put in, you know, overall it's a pretty cool version of the vehicle. Now he can change, of course, into the flying car. Makes him kind of a triple changer, but I guess he's not considered as such. Now, along with just about all the MechFan toys, you pretty much have 2 sheets with all the instructions. And there's apparently a 25R, which is rapid speed, which is basically road rage. I haven't gotten road rage yet, not as attached to road rage, but still, maybe one of these days. Now for size comparison, here's the original G1, and we'll put him up against the MS25 Flywheel. Again, not the Duocon. There is a slight size difference. The G1 is obviously a little bit longer, a little bit bigger overall, but they're both fine looking vehicles. Stunning auto mode. And on the bottom, neither of them have all that much kibble. You can see actually the wings fold in a very similar manner. And this actually covers up a lot more stuff. The arms are up here instead, but both very handsome vehicles. But let's do the flight mode. Now I'm gonna just quickly convert or transform this guy into his air vehicle mode so we can check that out. And it is a little bit different than the G1 air vehicle mode. This air vehicle mode actually looks a lot more like the G1 because he didn't really have the missiles that showed up, but he did have the tail fins. So he's got these tail fins that pop out. He's got the wings, and his arms actually go to the back instead of, as the original does, the arms go to the front, which is a little bit simpler. And as you can see with scaling, again, the G1 is a little bit bigger, a little bit longer. This one is not hampered by these huge missile launchers. Now, you do have missile launchers that you might be able to, okay, doesn't seem to be a way to get those missile launchers on there, which is a shame because he kind of had those as well. But you do have a piece that you add to the back that actually gives him jets right here. So that's a kind of neat little thing, because where was his propulsion here? Was it out of this little vent thing? You know, but it actually has two flight modes. One where you fold the arms underneath and into the back of the car, or you can whip them around and actually have them holding the bottom of the wings. So there he is in flight mode. Again, it almost looks like you should be able to pop this on, but it really doesn't want to go in there, so c'est la vie. Now what's interesting with this little missile launcher piece, the missile launchers can slide right off, so just be aware of that. But still, they slide right back on, and they're stiff. So there he is, flight mode. They can fly, they can duel. It's pretty neat. He has some honking weapons on this G1. Doesn't show any weapons here, but in the cartoon, he had the little gun that popped out the front that shot his black beams, so hey, why not use that? Or pretend. Imagination, folks. So those are the two vehicle modes, but let's check out robot mode, which I have to say, again, MechFan Toys usually has a pretty impressive and complex, but not too complex transformation. The one thing I will say, the MechFan Toys definitely has some very small pieces to maneuver and get out of the way. But once you do complete the transformation, he is pretty dang solid. The only thing I have a little issue with is the missile launchers over his shoulders are a little difficult to get into place and snap into place very easily. Unless you do it the right way, in which case it works fine. So there he is in robot mode. Again, a very cool looking figure. Now posability wise, he can actually do a full Jean-Claude Van Damme. Woohoo! He bends at the knee. He actually has movement in his ankles. So you can have him stepping forward, you can move him around a little bit, and he's still pretty solid. He can kick forward, he can kick backwards, he can do a front split like so. Now he does turn at the waist a bit, that's part of the transformation, but you can turn him at the waist. He looks a little funky when you do it, so I wouldn't, when posing him, move him too far. That'd be kind of weird. His arms can definitely move in all directions. You can move to the side. He's got ball joints on the elbows, so he can move that quite a bit. You can even turn the hand, so if he wants to be a gangster and hold the gun the really dumb way that would probably get you hurt if it was a real gun, you know, he could do that. And his head does actually turn as well, but of course with all the extra accoutrement around his head, you know, turning it too far and he's kind of blocking his own vision. When you put him next to the G1, obviously he's a little smaller, but not horrendously so. He's not like half size. And he's probably a little more in proportion when you look at like a G1 Seeker, you know, as far as the size that would be. Now with Blaster, you can put Blaster in his hand. I'm gonna fix the gun, that's kind of bothering me, him holding it like that. But yes, he can hold Blaster and, you know, throw him at Soundwave. Sorry, Soundwave. So overall, I think it's a very cool figure. I love the three modes. It's a great homage to my favorite Autobot with a stunning auto mode. Now, I did get him on AliExpress, which is where I get a lot of my toys. And I got him for the extremely low price of $3,000. No, he was actually $32.81, and there was some tax, I guess. So it came to like $34.98, 35 bucks. Not bad for a superposable Tracks. But wait, there's more. In this little baggie, they actually have, you need a little screwdriver, but you can unscrew his current head and add this one, which I'm not going to do right now, but I just want to show you. From Hoist Goes to Hollywood, we actually have the alien mask that you can switch out the head so he's actually wearing it and he can be an alien creature. Oh my god, I'm gonna get you humans. So a very cool Transformer overall, and I would definitely recommend him. And if you're a big Tracks fan like me, or if you want to get road rage, I mean the toy, not, you know, don't be on the road and being rageful, then you can also get it. I'm going to put a link down in the description. But while you're deciding whether or not you want to get this magnificent Autobot, There's some other videos you can check out. You can subscribe. You can check out our other channel, Fandom Spotlight. There's also this thing called Super Thanks. If you want to support the channel, that would be great. Would much appreciate it. And you can leave comments, share, all the kind of stuff. We'll see you next time. As always, have fun and good hunting.